Hello, Jam TV audience. It is show number 113. Hey, everybody, it's show 113. 13 is my lucky number. And it's summer, first show of the summer. And let me tell you what happens when summer comes along and it's not COVID. Nobody's around. So Nolan's having dinner with some friends that are in from out of town. Other people are under the weather and or traveling and or going and seeing other kinds of music and going to a jam, and all kinds of things are happening. And I got a lot of RSVPs. No Jam TV tonight. So I thought, I don't know, do I cancel the show? Here I am. I'm at least going to use it to plug a couple of upcoming shows. I'm playing on Saturday, Derby Day, Derby, Connecticut. Look it up, Derby Day, big thing. On Saturday, beautiful weather with the Mostly Green Band, Mike Dougherty and others. And we are playing from noon until 4 at the big Derby Day celebration in Derby. And after that, I'm racing down to the Norwalk Boat Club, and I'm going to see my friends from the Blues Patrol show band, Jake and Elwood and the guys. We've been playing for about 20 years. We're going to do some Blues Brothers numbers. And there's a pig roast. So it's $25. Open bar, cheap drinks, beautiful weather out on the brand new deck at the Norwalk Boat Club in South Norwalk. That's on Wall Street. And come on down for the pig roast. Dinner is served at 6 o'clock, which is an amazing event. They get 100 and something pound pig on a spit, and they cook it outside. It's fun with the Blues Patrol. We've done that several years. Pierre Gertin is going to be in town playing saxophone along with the Hellbound Horns, JD and Pat. And it's just going to be a good time. So if you feel like coming down to the boat club, I know a bunch of people who are coming down, and it's going to be a good time on Saturday. Event starts around 5, loosely. Band goes on around 7, dinner at 6. So it's going to be a nice evening at the Norwalk Boat Club. I'm still going to do a show. We're still going to make it happen. Oh, my God, look who came into the studio. It's Johnny Lads.
Hey, Ed, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. Hey, we missed you last weekend.
I was going to say, so for everybody watching, it was, what don't hurt me. What year reunion was this? A high school reunion?
It was a fun time.
It was a 45th reunion, wasn't it? Is that possible?
40th.
40th. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. 40th. I got it confused. I did a 45th college reunion with a friend of mine I played in a blues band with a couple of weeks ago. And I'm like, oh my God, are we at the 45th reunion for Kent? Yeah. So I followed it vicariously through various people who posted pictures, and looks like it was a great time, well attended.
I'm having real audio issues. Are you hearing me clearly?
I hear you okay. Not bad. Can you hear me?
No. Let me try it this way. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you great.
All right. It seemed to be my Jambox extension for speaker.
There you go. That'll get you every time. So how was the reunion?
It was great. There was like 45 or 50 from our class. I think we were the highest number.
Amazing.
And much libations were had.
I'll bet.
They had a do not smoke anywhere on the campus, so I brought about 2 boxes of cigars.
Perfect.
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
That's great. Yeah, I saw all the pictures. Everybody having a good time, and I'm glad that you all had a ball.
Yeah, and all the girls that wouldn't give me time of day in high school actually talked to me, which is great.
That's great too. I appreciate that. Wow. Nice to see you on the show. Do you have a guitar?
I do.
Come on, play some songs for us. It's gonna be a relatively slow show. We're gonna see Bill Nolan, who normally opens the show, is having dinner tonight with friends from out of town. So I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, let's chat for a minute, and then I'll look to see something I can play. The only thing is, I would need to transfer my Jam TV to my laptop. So
okay. We could definitely do that. So I am going to play a song from Bill Nolan. I was literally, when I saw you pop in the studio, about to start this song for Bill Nolan. So you do what you've got to do. Get back in the studio, and I'll see you in a few minutes.
All right. Sounds good, brother.
All right. Here's Bill Nolan.
Okay. I'm going to try this little Bob Dylan song called Dear Landlord. I don't play it often. I don't play it well, but I'm playing it tonight. Oh, dear landlord, don't put a price on my soul. Well, my burden is heavy, and it's beyond my control. When that steamboat whistle blows, I'm gonna give you all I got to give. And I do hope that you receive it well, depending on the way you live. Whoa, dear landlord, please hear these words that I speak. Well, I know that you suffered much, but in this you are not so unique. All of us at times, we might work so hard to have too fast and too much. And anyone can fill his life up with things he can't eat but cannot touch. Whoa, dear landlord, please don't dismiss my case. Well, I'm not about to argue, not about to move to no other place. Now each of us has his own special gift. You know that this was meant to be true. And if you don't underestimate me, I won't underestimate you. Whoa, dear landlord, please don't put a price on my soul. Well, my burden is heavy, my dream beyond my control. When that steamboat whistle blows, I'm gonna give you all I got to give. And I do hope that you receive it well, depending on the way you feel you live. Okie dokie. Bye-bye.
Bill Nolan. Very, very good. Yeah, Bill actually recorded some tracks for us in the past. These are not reruns as far as I know. Bill recorded some tracks and sent them in, and we never used them for some reason. Something else happened, and the show took off, and that might happen tonight. Who knows who will sign in? But we are going to keep the show going. I decided not to cancel it, even though it's weirdo summertime. People are traveling and away and all that, and I'm hoping everybody has a great time. But I will play some additional tracks, and we'll get my friend Johnny Leds back in the studio shortly. But here's another one from our good friend Bill Nolan.
So, Bobby's 80th, and, he's a friggin' genius of sorts. He's a little bit of a thief of sorts too. His early albums, he took a lot of English folk songs and sort of appropriated them and did stuff with him. But if you came up and you're like, what's your favorite Bob Dylan song? Like, I don't know if this is my favorite Bob Dylan song, and it's certainly not a deep cut, and it's one that everybody pretty much knows. But if I had to find, like they say in the boxing world, pound for pound, the best fighter, pound for pound, the best lyrics of Bob Dylan, I find, are in this song. Well, it ain't no use in sitting and wonder why, babe. You don't know by now. Ain't no use in sitting and wonder why, babe. Never do somehow. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Well, it ain't no use in turning on your light, babe. The light I never know. It ain't no use to turning on your light, babe. I'm on the dark side of the road. But I wish there was something you would do or say to try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did do much talking anyway. Don't think twice, it's alright. No, it ain't no use in calling out my name, babe, like you never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, babe, 'cause I can't hear you anymore. I'm a thinking and a wondering, walking down the road. I once loved a woman, the child I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. So long, honey baby, where I'm gone, I can't tell. Goodbye is too good a word, babe, so I'll just say fare thee well. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kinda wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Say that again. I ain't saying you treated me unkind. You could have done better, but I don't mind. You just kinda wasted my precious time. Don't think twice, it's alright. Too many little couplets in that are words to live by. Bobby.
Bill Nolan. Hey, Johnny Letts.
Hello.
So where are you now?
Back home in Massachusetts.
Fantastic.
How about yourself?
I'm out in Pennsylvania having a good time. I'm going to Connecticut this weekend. I have 2 shows in one day. I don't have that many shows this summer, but I have 2 in one day. I'm playing Derby Day, which is like a big town outdoor festival from 12 to 4 on Saturday. And then at 6, I hit with the Blues Patrol show band at my boat club, and we're doing the pig roast. So they roast a pig on a spit, and they have all kinds of good food. And
nice.
We played Blues Brothers music with Jake and Elwood and a horn band. Really good time.
Where's that? Like in Norwalk? That's where you're
Norwalk Boat Club. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So the weird thing about the Norwalk Boat Club is that, all right, so I used to run a jam at a place called Peaches, which like got destroyed by the pandemic, right? So I know, I take it back. They went out of business before the pandemic, and so I'm at another place, Bobby Q's, that I did all the time. Everybody knew and loved Bobby Q's. And guy walks in. He's there like for a lot of the different jams. He and his wife are there. He and his son are there. And he comes over to me one day and he says, "Hey, I'm the Commodore at the Norwalk Boat Club. I'm like, never heard of the Norwalk Boat Club, right? But I've heard of the South Norwalk Boat Club and the East Norwalk Boat Club and the Norwalk Yacht Club, and there's like a million other boat clubby things, right?
Right.
And I go, where's the Norwalk Boat Club? And he goes, well, you know where Peaches is. I go, yeah, I run a jam there. He goes, yeah, it's right behind that. I go, I don't think so. I said, I don't know of anything behind that. I know that neighborhood really well. He goes, you know the alley that goes down by Peaches, you know, like between Peaches and the Fat Cat Pie Company. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, you go down that alley. And I go, behind the dumpster? There's a dumpster at the bottom of the alley. He goes, exactly. It's behind the dumpster. And I'm like, okay, I've never seen a sign. I've never seen anything. So he says, come on down. We want to do a jam there or something. I'm like, all right, I'll come down to your weird boat club, right? It's not even near the ocean. The ocean is like 2 miles away, right? It's like there's no water there. I'm like, what's going on, right? So I go down past the dumpster, and there's a door. It says Norwalk Boat Club with a buzzer. So I hit the buzzer, and sure enough, there's a bar, there's a catering hall, and there's a little marina at the top of the Norwalk River, which runs down from the middle of nowhere around 2 miles out to the ocean, and that's where this boat club is. So I joined the club. I joined the club. I keep my boat there. We play music there. We have a good time at the Norwalk Boat Club. So.
Now, what kind of boat do you have? That's interesting.
Well, it's a weird story. So, you know, my big
I'm
boat.
sure it is.
The one that the big boat that I lived on for many, many years got destroyed, right, in a storm. Very, very terrible situation. By the way, I'm going to bring my friend Sherry on.
We had talked about that at Kent, actually. Your boat that was destroyed, it got beached, right?
Got beached, yeah. Terrible story. Unhappy, you know. So I got through all of that, and I ended up. Hey, Sherry, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
I don't know. I thought I'd bring you on this train.
Yeah.
Do you know this guy? This is Johnny Leds. I went to Kent school with him.
From Jam TV, yes.
From Jam TV fame, right?
Yep.
Virtually.
So long story short, so I bought this.
We're also members of the boat club.
Exactly. Well, no, you're not exactly a member. I mean,
no.
let's not split hairs, but you're not a member at all, are you?
No, Dave is a member and I'm a wife.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, they don't go, it's the husband and the wife. It's a family. No, he's the member and you're the Coast Guard commander, but no.
I'm not a Coast Guard commander. If I wanted to have a membership, I'd have to get my own entirely. There isn't no like add-on thing.
Sherry, he called you out. I was going to assume you were a member.
Oh, no. I mean, I was trying for that prestige, but Ed called me out.
But, you know, if you want, Sherry, you can still come to the boat club. I can bring a guest for the pig roast on Saturday, and you can come down if you want. I mean,
excellent. I will be there.
Now, Ed, I'm envisioning you dressing like Ted Knight in Caddyshack.
You know, I might do it just to piss everybody off. I might do it, but this is not your pinkies out boat club with blue blazers and patches and a gin and tonic at all. No, they don't even have glasses like that. I don't even think they have glass in the boat club. This is your down and dirty pirates boat club with a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, and it's fun, you know, right? I mean, right?
It is. I think more
The
people
laid-back boat club
than anything else. They have plenty gin and tonic, but whether it's fancy like that, probably not.
Nothing fancy. What are you drinking there?
A little Michter's.
Ooh, fancy
little
stuff.
brown water.
Very nice, very nice. So anyway, long story short, so when my big boat got destroyed, I ended up buying a small sailboat, and I was going to keep it there for the summer, even though it's not ideal for sailboats in there. So I rolled in with the boat, and I pull up to the dock, and there's this old guy sitting on the dock, like older than me, old guy, right? And then Dennis, right? Dennis says, so that's your new boat, huh? And I go, yeah, that's my new sailboat. And I heard about you. You're the new member with the new sailboat. I went, nice to meet you. He goes, well, this is my new boat. And he pointed to like a speedboat, right? Like there's like a little speedboat there, you know, and with a bimini top on it and whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. He goes, and this is my old boat. And he points to this. Did you ever watch The Sopranos?
The Fugats?
Yeah,
Stugatz?
Stugatz, right? So they did you ever watch The Sopranos, Sherry?
Not really.
Okay,
My parents liked it.
so Tony Soprano, not to spoil anything, right? He's this mafia boss, whatever, and he has this cute Russian girlfriend, and he's got a boat called the Stugatz, right? Which means, I don't know, big balls or something. I don't know. It's like some, right? Or some vulgar.
I'm not Italian. I don't know.
Right, there you go. And so, he has this Italian girlfriend, Russian girlfriend, and they're always on the boat, the Stugatz, right? So I'm watching reruns of Soprano one day, and I look at the boat and I go, wait a minute, that's my boat. The Stugatz is the same kind of boat as the boat that I have at the boat club. Anyway, so Dennis had this boat, and he said to me, oh, that's my second boat. I said, oh, wow, you have two boats. That's pretty fancy. He goes, I don't want it. Do you want it? I'm like, what? And he's like, I'll give it to you. I'll sell it to you for $1. So I'm like, okay. So anyway, so I have that boat, and that's my like hangout boat at the boat club. And
nice. A $1 boat. That'll be the cheapest purchase of all time.
That's right.
What they say, the most expensive parts of a boat are buying it, keeping it, and selling it.
Yeah, exactly right. But this is like the little hangout party boat at the Norwalk Boat Club, and the other sailboat's sitting in my driveway, and that's the boat that I take out when I go sailing and such. Unless there's
nice.
A pandemic. But
yeah, my father had a 30-foot Grady White, and I loved it. But unfortunately, before he passed away, he got rid of it. He said my mother didn't like to ride in it. Therefore, he didn't see any reason to keep it.
Right. Well, there you have it.
Sad day for the son. Because that's the best boat, your dad's boat.
That's the best. Your friend's boat is your best boat. I have more fun going out on Sherry's boat, which is like a little.
I haven't even taken it out this year.
I can't wait. I'll help you. Let's get it in the water. Let's take her sailing. Sunday. Let's go Sunday.
All right. Ask Dave. I'm game. I'm game.
So, all right. So, John, you're going to play a song for us?
I will. I wasn't really prepared. I was more chatting. I did play like an hour ago, but you put me on. So normally when I show up, there's like 19 guys in line, Ed. So I figured,
not today.
Well, I'll watch for an hour and so, and I'll decide if I want to play or not. But
I'm glad you did. And
yeah, nice. I brought my guitar and all my goodies to the Kent event. So, I have my guitar, my case, my iPad stand, 40 cigars, 5 bottles of booze. And I didn't end up playing all night.
You didn't? I can't believe it. If I were there, you would have played.
I would have, but it was just a little bit of a crazy rock and roll night that didn't need me to play. There was plenty of stuff going on.
Cool.
Lots of libations, lots of people that had a lot of fun at the dinner and dance thing, and therefore were properly lubricated before the after party.
Right.
All right. Well, how about a little Beatles or something?
Perfect. Amazing.
All right. We'll give it a try.
All right.
Close your eyes. How about I get the right tune or get it in the right tune? Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I've been missing, and hope all my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving, darling, send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And while I'm I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will give to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, oh, all my loving I will send to you.
Fantastic.
Gets up a little high. Couldn't remember how to play B flat. It's so easy, and I forgot it.
That's
I was like, I'll just flub something in the middle there, and Ed will notice, but hopefully not Sherry.
I did not notice. No,
I didn't notice. But B flat is one of the reasons that I play the ukulele and not the guitar.
Why? What does it look like? So like one of these?
I don't
like,
know. Show the bar chord, because I can't do that.
It's well, actually, this is easy. It's a B flat, so it's like an A minor.
Yeah.
Now slide it down to the first string, bring it up to the sixth.
B flat major?
B flat aug, whatever augmented.
Wow.
It's actually easy, but you have to remember what the damn. I have. I don't know. Maybe it was too many Santana and Doobie Brother concerts back in the day. I don't remember all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's why I have my trusty little iPad. It keeps me warm.
There's a nice, beautiful B flat. I can't do it on the guitar, but I could do it on this. And
yeah, well, B flat's pretty easy, but this one's it's not actually hard. It's easy to play. It's just you just do 6 string, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
None of it makes sense to me.
That's okay.
I don't believe that, Ed.
Guitar is a fiasco for me. It's a nightmare. I don't know how you guys do any of that.
Well, senior year at Kent, actually. Sadly enough, I've been playing since senior year of high school, and yet I haven't improved the 40 years. But I just absolutely roommates hated me for all through college because I knew like 8 songs, and I would play them over and over and over on the porch, and they'd scream, "Shut up, I'm sleeping."
Well, at least you didn't play saxophone,
No, yeah, that would be worse. I played trumpet in elementary school, and thank God I kind of got rid of that, and I got.
And then your parents shipped you to boarding school.
Right? They're like, we can't handle the drums or the trumpet, so let's send them to Kent. But actually, it was funny. Just quick side note. So we went to the Kent event. I'm driving down there, and I was supposed to leave around 9 or 10 in the morning. And of course, hadn't packed and done stuff. So 8, 9, 10 o'clock departure turns into like 12:30. And I passed my wife. She had worked a half day Friday, and I'm taking off, and I'm hitting huge traffic. So a 3.25 hour drive turned into like 4.5, 5. And the dinner and event started at the bus left at 6:15. Well, I roll into the campus at 6, and there's like a 25 car lineup. And strangely enough, Mike Wright, the PG football player from like 80 or 81, is checking people in. And I didn't get out there late. So I'm driving like a bat out of hell. And I'm sorry to say, a duck met its maker via the Beamer coming around a corner, driving about 20 miles an hour too fast.
Ouch.
It was in the shadow, and it was very bright out, but it was in a shadow. And I think it was I don't know what kind of duck, not a duck. I think it was a goose. And it was horrible. Yeah, I come around the corner, and I hear this thud. Now, fortunately, it wasn't the "you've run over it" sound, which is 5 times worse. It was the "you've probably clipped it on the wing on the corner." And I look in the back, and I go, "Did I miss it?" And I see like feathers flying up.
No.
I felt so bad.
All right, I'll confess to a crime. I was on what's the name of the road that goes up onto the girls' school up the hill, whatever that Skiff Mountain Road or whatever.
Yeah, the 3.5 mile jaunt to the girls. Yep.
And so Sherry, have you ever read the book Sounder?
No.
It's a book, famous book, and there was an author that lived on the way up, William Armstrong, right? Were you a 4-year guy at Kent?
No, just a 3.
That's the three. So you missed Mr. Armstrong doing general studies, only.
Well, I knew him. He was there still, but no, I didn't take his class or
Yeah,
anything.
he only taught freshman boys. He would never teach girls, and he only taught freshman boys, and he taught you how to study and how to think about learning and whatever. And he was like a hard ass. He was a real and he used to say, train. Everybody did a an impersonation of this guy. And he'd be like, train. You're a fuck up, but I like you, right? Like he was very cool character. He would do one-handed pull-ups on the door frame of his office with his fingers, like pulling himself. He was like 80 years old doing one-handed pull-up. And so I'm on Skiff Mountain Road visiting the school one day. It's a terrible story. Worse maybe than your hitting the goose with the BMW. What was I in? I was probably in a Jaguar, right? And I'm going up the hill, and
What's a cool story already?
I'm passing his house, right? He had a sheep farm off to the left, and the river was off to the right, right? So if you go off the road, you're in the river, literally in the Housatonic River, or you're killing a bunch of sheep in his pasture, right? And I'm like, I think I had Good Sir in the car, and a friend of ours. And we're riding up the mountain, and I don't think I've told anybody this story because it's a horrible story, right? And I look up ahead and I'm like, what is that in the road, right? And he's like, I think it's a stick. And I go, I don't think it's a stick. Is it a rock right now? So do you stop? No, you don't stop, right? I'm like, is it a rock or a stick, right? And we're going, and it was a turtle.
It was a what?
It was a turtle.
Oh no!
Crossing the road at no miles an hour.
Oh my God!
Uh-oh.
And at the last second, I'm like, oh God! Bam! I hit the turtle. Mushed the turtle. Killed the turtle. And I'm like, oh no! Like I hate that. Like I don't think I've ever hit anything except the turtle at Kent School. So don't feel terrible. It ran out in front of me. I swear.
I thought you were going to say you hit a sheep because you said your teacher had a sheep.
Yeah, that would have
He
been.
did. It was right by his house before you head up the mountain to the girls' school.
Silence of the Lambs, train style.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough, man.
My God. All right, you got another song to take us out of this animal murdering mood?
Yes, let's get away from that. So, I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. So, how about another Beatles song?
All right.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed me her room, isn't it good, Norwegian wood. She asked me to stay, and she told me to sit anywhere. I looked around and I noticed there wasn't a chair. I sat on a rug, biting my time, drinking her wine. We talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed. She told me she worked in the morning, started to laugh. Told her I didn't and called her to sleep in the bath. And when I awoke, I was alone, this bird had flown. So I lit a fire, isn't it good, Norwegian wood? Short and sweet. You can trust Beatles. No songs longer than 3 minutes in their first few albums.
Right,
They got it. They made it for the radio.
I was going to say that. The radio wouldn't allow it.
That's right. I remember
I
hearing things like the record company, they're like, we want to do a song that's like 5 minutes, like Bohemian Rhapsody, I think it was. And they're like, no one will ever listen to it. It's way too long, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw that special. I saw the first series of or episode of that Beatles thing.
Oh yeah, and how is it? I have not seen it yet.
Very interesting. It's funny. I thought, the Beatles, they were so huge, and I thought that they played for longer than they did, but they were like a decade, not even.
Yeah.
Lots of strife, and Lennon always had Yoko Ono sitting behind him like she was the puppet master. But it was interesting. I hear it's very good. It's a whole bunch of studio sessions, so you get to kind of hear them talk. And apparently they kind of they all hated each other. Lots of competition between Paul and John, but it was pretty interesting. Anyway, it was kind of cool.
I'll have to watch it.
What is that on? Is that like Hulu or something?
It's on.
I don't have Hulu, so I don't know if it's
Disney or some
Disney. Yeah, it's Disney,
Disney
Amazon,
Plus.
or Netflix, because that's what I have.
Yeah, Disney Plus. That's what it's on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, kind of cool.
Good stuff. Yeah, thanks for coming on and playing. Hang out with us, if you will.
I will. I'll be observing.
There you go. So Sherry, how you doing?
Well, I'm good. I'm like, I know. You know what? Jam TV needs to be at like 4:00 in the afternoon because I get your text and I'm like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna go on Jam TV. 6:30 rolls around. I'm like this.
And you're
and
like-
I'm in pajamas, and I'm like, I don't dress up for this show ever, and I just put my hair back and no makeup, and I don't care. And that's how I've always attended Jam TV.
Well, Sherry, I don't have any makeup on, as you can tell. I haven't.
No, that's good. That's a good look. That's fine.
I'm in COVID wear, so I haven't showered in a day, and I'm wearing
Touch up my
t-shirt.
lipstick a little bit here. It's a battery. It's a battery.
Well, Ed's wearing his classic Hawaiian shirt number 458, so
Yeah.
he's all dressed
That's
up.
always dressed up. So.
Only reason I do the show is so I can wear these shirts.
Right. Who else will see them otherwise?
Can't go out in public like this.
Yep. So we had a Snap Crackle Pop rehearsal yesterday.
How did that go?
Fun. And we have a drummer ish. So this guy, I don't even know his name.
So it's not Henry, I guess.
It's not Henry. It's no, his name is Rob, and I cannot think of his last name. Super nice guy though, friends with Eric and Jimmy. He came over last night and played the drums, and I think he was just testing it out. And then he's playing. He's like, yeah, this is actually pretty cool. This is fun. So that's what we're all about, is fun.
And your gig is coming up when?
July 16th. And we just nailed down Sunset Grill for
What?
Yeah, check us out. It's gonna be a trio. It's just like no drums or anything. It's just gonna be me, Eric, and Jimmy doing like a trio of our stuff. And it's what date is that? July 27th. It's a Wednesday night. So we're like, it's not like Sunset Grill prime time. It's like Sunset Grill acoustic on the where the tables and stuff are.
That's very cool.
Not where the Saturday night bands play. But yeah, we're doing pretty good. So it's fun. We're having fun.
That's
Nice.
great.
We have.
By the way, I was going to say, by the way, Ed, Rich Henshaw said hello. He said that he lurks on Jam TV all the time. And he said, oh, yeah, I've listened to you watch it a lot of times on there. I'm like, what? You do?
I think we have a lot of lurkers, right?
A lot of lurkers.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
there are
lurking.
a lot of
I've been-
I get a lot of messages from people. We have a lot of viewers in Asia, in Thailand. We have a viewer in Korea or one or more. We have some Indonesians and some Filipinos, and like somehow it's gotten shared in Thailand and it's like taken off. So
it's going to be like
everybody.
Ed Train Pop of Asia. Biggest band, biggest sensation in Japan, huh?
right. Don't tell them this is not a real show. They're like, oh, that's a real show. Like they write me and I write back and they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I heard back from you. You're like, oh.
That's awesome.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm very impressed. I'm technical IT, but not musically technical. And I play acoustic guitar, so I have no electrical experience. I had a Strat years ago, but nothing current. And the way you put together these songs, and a lot of guys that are on the show, it's really impressive to get the timing down, to get 4, 5, 6 players to all be Is it the right word? Syncopated. I'm not sure. I could be using the wrong term.
Synchronized.
Yeah. That's actually really impressive because I've been told when I play, I race. And whenever I play with a couple friends, they're like, you keep speeding up. Like you play the song at this speed and then halfway through you're at this speed. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm by myself. The birds and the dogs don't complain. So how do I know?
Right. Well, you know, when the story is that Mike Baumwall and I, in the beginning of the pandemic, were talking about how do you get people that aren't, you know, that don't have a ukulele or who don't play a piano or a guitar? How do you get them on Jam TV? Because they're also sitting home, like pulling out their hair with nothing to do musically. And so we developed our own method for, you know, producing these various, you know, songs that we do. We did probably 50 of them. And then at the height of the pandemic, Mike Baumwall, who was doing a lot of the work by then, I used to do a lot of the audio work and he did the video work. And he died. He suddenly just went to bed at night and didn't wake up in the morning. And after that, we all just kind of lost the feeling. It was like, it was so tragic because he's 51 years old or something. And he passed away. And we're all like, what next in this crazy pandemic? And so he was your George Martin to the Beatles. That's your guy. Kind of was. I mean, you know, in the beginning, he and I sort of did it together. We did it very hand in hand, and I would do the audio mixes, which was immensely complicated because there was, for example, if you have a horn section, if they're in the room together, they all look at each other and they all go, here it comes, bop, right? They play the part. But if they can't listen to each other, there's this whole editing process that you have to do to synchronize the notes and the articulations and all. And we got really good at how all that works. And then Mike like took the ball and freaking ran with it, like did like 3 videos a week we were doing. And then there, of course, there were other groups. Like, so Dave was in with Dennis doing stuff. And there were other groups doing these videos. And it became a really wonderful way for all of us to play. But what we were really itching to do is get together and play live.
It was horrible for me. Well, I mean, I'm a musician for a living. Like, you know, I play music all the time, but and I'm a music therapist. So I'm not like, I'm not booking Madison Square Garden or something day after day. But I need, like, I only like to sing to an audience. I'm not trying to make it sound like, but you know how I banter, Ed, and stuff like that. And to me, singing to a computer is just crazy. And then, so this is okay, but singing to a computer and nobody's around is the strangest thing. And I just was never digging videos. Plus, I was not technical at all. So Dave and I maybe did 1 or 2 on our own, but not mine.
You did, and I loved them. I loved the ones that you did. Those were terrific.
If I had, like, you know, more than, you know, I have the technical know-how, so does Dave, but we're not going to buy, we're not buying hundreds of dollars in software and stuff.
Hundreds? What do you mean hundreds? Thousands? Millions?
Yeah, I sense it's a lot more than tens and hundreds.
If it didn't come on my MacBook or his computer, like, we're not used, you know, we're not.
Well, Sherry, if you're a musician, it's an expense.
Well, that's true. I probably could expense it.
Oh my God. All right. So I got to show a video. All right. So you said, 3, 4, 5 people. I think this song has 6 horn players and one of them played 2 or 3 parts. And there are no fewer than 10 vocal tracks going on here that my friend Heidi sang on. And check this out. So this is originally the Supremes and the 4 Tops doing Love the One You're With. So check this out. We'll talk about that.
Nice.
Tell me how can you get through when you can't remember who you talk to? Concentration just slips away, 'cause your baby is so far away. Well, there's a rose in a Fifth Street glove, and the evening light check him out and see what he wants to get into. 'Cause there's rose in a fishy glove, and the eagle flies with the dove, and he can't see why you love, why you wish, why you wish, why you wish, why you wish. Ooh, you got love to win. You got love to win. You got love to win. Hey, love, the one that you win. Why don't you love the one that you win? Why don't you love to win? Love to win. Hey, love the one that you win. Da 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 da.
There it is.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, and we didn't screw around. So, like, back in the 80s, I used to I went to film school, right? So I used to direct music videos, some of which were on MTV and that sort of thing. And in the 80s, you did not play live on music videos. You produced the song in the studio, you made it sound awesome, and then the video was an afterthought. So you would then sing your dog, right? You would
My
sing.
big dog. Sorry.
You would sing along with the record. So they play it on a recorder, a field recorder, and you would mouth the words. Everybody you were watching right there, they were filming their performance, and then we stitched all that together. So every drum hit, every sound, every nuance is all live, even though it's not live at all. We had a really good time making all.
Well, it's impressive. I was just counting. I saw 10 different feeds, not even with the singers. So that's like what, 14 people in on the song. That's pretty impressive.
There's a lot going on. And Heidi went way above and beyond for that tune. She did, I want to say, 15 vocal parts, like answering back, and like all that stuff was one person.
9-part harmony.
9-part harmony.
Yeah, so I was going to ask, so what do? Do you use like the drums and the percussion is the bass, and then you distribute that to everyone and they play?
It's worse than that. We actually created conductor tracks. So different people would get different tracks, but we would work with the original song. We would lay out the timing of it, and then we would so my voice would be in the background. There'd be a click. We got a click on the song. Even if the song wasn't recorded with a click, we warped the song so that it had a metronome to make it easier.
Wow.
And then I would say things like, okay, everybody get ready. Here comes the horn part. And it goes, da, 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 da. Here it is. 1, 2, 3, there. So there'll be a conductor track going, because otherwise you get 3/4 through the song and you'd be like, is it that part or this? You have no visual reference. And
so how many hours of mixing is involved in one of those? It sounds like
probably on a song like that, we probably spend 10 hours doing audio mixing, another 10 hours doing video editing or more, and then the producing and the collecting of all the material took another at least 10 hours of work, and then of course everybody had to put their own time in. So, but it was a pandemic.
I noticed behind you had like the Dance USA dancers are in the background. There's a lot of layers.
I've got my green screen right in the studio, and so I would always shoot it against the green screen and then put something fun in the background. But people didn't have green screens and lighting and all that, so we did it with most of the tracks. are actually recorded. The audio and the video is recorded with people's iPhones.
Wow.
So it's, you're getting all kinds of different audio qualities, and then the air conditioner kicks on, or the TV's going, a dog barks, and you're like, all right, I gotta spend half an hour getting the dog bark out, because otherwise you lose the take. So it was pretty wild.
Well, it's impressive. My hat's off to you. I'm thinking I would be really interested in that for like 20 minutes, and I think, all right, I'm just gonna have a cigar and listen to Ed instead.
But it was a pandemic, and we were all just dead in the water. We were all
something to do.
Oh my, what are we going to do? And so the show, like, we did 4-hour Jam TVs. So we did this kind of banter and songs and whatever in the beginning. And then the last 2 hours, you couldn't even get in the studio. It was like so many people involved in the collaborative videos that you're only allowed 10 people on the screen at a time. And we had 10, and then we're kicking people out, getting another 10. And, it was like, but now, of course, everybody's out playing live,
And here I am at home. I'll tell you, the Kent event was my first mass attendance event. And there wasn't a mask to be had.
It was one of the reasons, actually, that I didn't go. I would love to have gone. I was very seriously considering going. And then I heard they opened it up to, any class in the last 100 years who's had, it ends in a 0, 1, or 2, or a 5, 6, 7. So 6 out of 10. So it must have been 1,500 people.
No, but there were actually completely separate events going on regularly. So
okay.
Our dance had to have like 100 at least people there. So, Tuesday or Wednesday, I took my test and that was negative. Thank God. Right. But I was like, to go 2.5 years and then the stupid Kent event gives me COVID. Yeah, I mean, I've been all shotted and boosted, so hopefully, be no big thing, but maybe not.
Yeah, right. And so, I didn't want to mess with it either. But the term super spreader kept like circulating in my mind.
And it was so loud, like my voice was hoarse the next day. Like at the dance, everyone's, you're 5 inches away from Marty Harrington. She's screaming at me, "Oh, let's," and yada yada yada. The normal sort of drunk fest.
Right.
Well, when you look at the 18-year-old bartender, and I said, "I'll have a triple redemption rye on the rocks," and he doesn't even blink. He's like, "Sure, here you go." Open bars are scary.
That's very funny. All right,
and no one's driving.
To like public places, and stuff now, but bars, because the music is so loud, and then your friend gets in your face and is like, "Ed, what's up, Ed?" And there's like,
Yeah, you do a very good impersonation of all of my friends. That's all of them. Yeah.
Absolutely. And they're all doing like the death grip shoulder lock. "I love you, man. You were great when this thing happened." And actually it was funny, not to get on a downer, but I guess the class of 81, the guy Rob Constable passed away.
Oh no.
And then his brother passed away 4 months later. So class of 81 has had like 10 deaths.
Wow. COVID
so
related?
What's that?
COVID related?
No, nothing to do with it.
Oh,
Rob had cancer, and then his brother, I don't know, it might have been, I'm not sure. It might not have been a wonderful ending, maybe depression oriented. But
it's hard, like you get to
tough.
this age and you start to like you have a clicker. You're like, let's count the number of people that I knew that didn't make it to this point, and
I mean, we've had a couple like Archie, right, was one.
Archie Rowland?
Yeah. He had horrible talk about downer. He had MS early.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he had it was like almost catatonic at the end up in Canada and Montreal, and he actually ended his life because he said, it's been horrible the last decade, and he committed suicide actually.
Yeah,
and
right.
But at that point, I think he was really, in a real bad way, and he said, this is really better for me because this is kind of death living incarnate.
Right.
And other than that, I don't think there's too many. But it was kind of a bummer. So they had like an event in front of North Dorm,
a
and
memorial kind of event.
Yeah, and then the guy that I couldn't stand, Brad Craighead, who was like,
Craighead. You listen to me, Craighead. You're in trouble.
He was not my favorite. I'll leave it at that. He used to try and beat all of my classmates up for their Doritos and Coke.
Sounds about right.
And I told him, "Screw you!" And I got in a big fight with him and his like Nazi monster. He looked like the Hulk. I forgot his name, but they tried to beat the crap out of me for Doritos, and I didn't give it up.
It must have been Zabka. Was it Zabka?
I don't know, but he
He's
had
the only
like
guy I know who was like the Hulk. You know,
he had,
Zabka
like,
was his big guy.
Schwarzenegger guns. And anyway, you know, Rich Henshaw said, "Well, John, you were pretty tough. You definitely had the FU attitude to the seniors, which always shocked me, but you weren't that tough." And, you know, we all envision ourselves tougher as we get older, you know.
Yeah,
But
right.
just trying to get my way through school. But he was a chapel checker. And what he would do is when you're in chapel, he would try and find you, but at the same time, he's really looking for all your food and stuff.
Right.
So he'd rifle through your room and steal whatever munchies you had.
Bad.
And, but that was Kent. And the funny thing is, so I get home, Sunday night, and I'm exhausted, you know, sleeping on those beds and not wonderful. So I get home and I slept 11 hours because I think I slept like 4 or 5 hours, and I was getting up all night. It was hot in the rooms. And the first thing I turned on was the movie Outside Providence. Have you seen it?
No.
Well, check it out. It's a kind of a cute coming of age movie about a kind of an idiot kid in Pawtucket
Yeah.
who gets in trouble, and instead of going to jail or juvie, he gets his father, who's Alec Baldwin, plays a completely out of character, like Pawtucket, you know, heavy accent, you know, loser guy, and they're all playing poker in his garage, and he talks the judge into sending his kid away, who he lovingly refers to as Dildo. He sends his kid Dildo to prep school, and it turns out to be Kent School because
No
it's
way.
it's a Farrelly movie, and I didn't remember this, but Peter Farrelly went to Kent,
Yeah.
so the movie is about Kent. So they call
No
it
way.
Cornwall Academy, and you got the huge Kent vibe the whole time, like going to church and hating it, and the horrible teacher who I always remembered to be, I always thought would be Dave Schaefer because he was always like a Nazi commandant.
Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, if you see the movie, it will give you deja vu the whole way through about Kent because it has
All
the
right.
whole look and feel. Yeah, you got to check it out.
I will check it out and report back. I'll do a movie review for Jam TV.
It was fun.
Really good. So Sherry, before you fall asleep,
I know.
it's already like 6:45. You must be
Perfect
really like
time.
exhausted by now.
I am tired.
Oh my God. You gonna play some songs for us?
Sure. What do you want to hear?
I don't know. What do you got? Play something weird. Play something you're gonna play with Snap Crackle Pop at your upcoming
I
gig.
know. I'm not going to give away any new ones. We have like a whole bunch of new ones that are super fun. But anyway, I'll play Before He Cheats.
All right.
Right now, it's probably so dancing with a beach blown tramp, and she's probably getting frisky. Right now, it's probably buying her some fruity little drink, 'cause she can't shoot a whiskey. Right now, it's probably up behind her with a pool stick, showing her how to shoot a combo. You don't know that I dug my key into the side of his pretty little zipped up four-wheel drive, carved my name into his leather seats. Took a Louisville slugger to both headlights, flashed the hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I think before he cheats. Right now, she's probably up singing some white trash version of Shania karaoke. Right now, she's probably saying I'm drunk, and he's thinking that he's gonna get lucky. Right now, it's probably dipping on $3 worth of that bathroom polo. He don't know that I dug my be on me. Oh no, not on me. So I dug my key into the side of this pretty little souped up four-wheel drive. Carved my name into his leather seats. Took a Louisville, suckered up both headlights, slashed the hole in all four tires. Maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh, maybe next time I'll think before he cheats. Oh no, before he cheats. Oh no. I apologize for giving everyone the finger at the end. I just realized, like, I'm sitting there like this, and like I don't even realize I do that. And I'm
What chord is that? What chord is the finger chord?
It'd be a D if it was a guitar.
C sharp. C sharp.
That's the D chord. Yeah.
I was thinking like the best line in rehearsal last night. I don't know if the guys are watching. They're probably. I think they have their own thing going on tonight for another band that they're in. But
Right.
they have. We were playing last night and we were going over one of the chords, and Eric's like, "Yeah, it's an A flat," and Jimmy goes, "But for me, that's a G sharp." We're like, we started
No
laughing.
such thing.
It's a bass. It's a bass player. You know, you gotta go
No,
easy on that.
somebody explained it to me once and it made sense, but then I promptly forgot. Like, there is no D flat, there is no D
Well,
sharp.
there is, but it depends on what key it's in. So you know,
You're already hurting my head. Like, don't even. There's no D flat or D sharp. There's no G flat. There's no G sharp.
there's
there's
all of
no-
those things.
What's that?
There's all of those things, just not in the same key.
What a disaster.
All I know is that I played that song before, but it seems very wrong for a big guy to play a Carrie Underwood song, so I don't play
Right.
it.
So wait, you're
And
saying
especially
that
the content, you know.
you're saying that bass players condone this D sharp, D flat crap? Is that what you're
No,
telling?
no. I think Jimmy was a little happy.
I'm
last
bringing in
night.
a bass player. All right, what's the deal, Dennis?
Yes!
Well, in the
There-
Mixolydian one.
He's gonna explain it.
D sharp and D flat, G sharp and D flat. Are you serious?
It has to
It
do.
depends on
with
what it's written in.
Right, Dennis?
The
It's
Dorian or the Mixolydian or which mode?
not even mode. Like,
What do you
right?
say, Nickelodeon? What's that?
Nickelodeon.
Exactly, Nickelodeon. That's my speed.
If I'm playing in the key of F and it has a B flat in the key signature, the signature is written in a flat. It has one flat and it's written on the B line. So I can't say that the F that has an A sharp in it because it doesn't. It has a B flat. But there's other keys
Right.
that have an A sharp. It depends what key you're
Well,
in.
but the
What a disaster.
A sharp would be a sharp,
I went to Berkeley.
a sharp 3, right?
I
sharp
went to
third.
Berkeley.
Right. Oh my God. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, this does not have a B sharp on it. It does not have that. You know, like,
When you're playing, you should always be sharp.
B sharp.
exactly. Oh, it's like, oh yeah, there's the B sharp hole. Right. It's right there. Yeah.
I feel like you're in the 1950s and you're taking phone calls. You're the operator. with
That's
that
right.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's like, how can I direct your call?
Little Lily Tomlin, one ringy dingy.
So you like my shirt?
I like your shirt.
Oh my God.
You guys are related.
I got the memo. Good to
I
see
got
you,
the
Dennis.
memo.
How you doing?
Doing good.
I
Glad,
feel
and you got the coolest headphones in the history of headphones. What are those?
They're, I don't know, let's see.
That's pretty fancy.
They're one of those off-the-wall brands.
Wow. Awesome.
They're Bluetooth that doesn't work, so I'm
Yeah,
on the cord.
I am a great hater of Bluetooth. It's like, you know, I got this new technology that works every time. It's called a wire.
A wire.
Plug it in the little
I've had them break though.
That's true. That's true. But Bluetooth, you're listening, it's like, oops, sorry, trying to connect. You're like, really? Like, now I'm just mad.
Aren't you Bluetooth, Ed? The ones you're wearing now are not Bluetooth?
No, I'm just like,
Oh.
there.
So-
Oh.
They're
Wow.
this bad. That's how bad they're like.
Yeah, I don't miss that.
There's
Tangled
no
up.
unraveling this, like there's none of it.
That's why you don't use curly cords.
That's right.
So to give you an example of how cheap or the quality of these headphones, I got them for $59, Bluetooth.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, go find some $59 Bluetooth headphones somewhere.
That's right. No, these are the headphones. These are made by Techniques, right? And these are
Oh,
the
yeah.
headphones that are like the DJ headphones. They articulate like this, so you can be like,
Wicked.
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
these are the original DJ headphones, So
Yeah.
I don't mean like Casey Kasem. I mean like like DJs in the like record
In
scratching
the club.
in the 80s, that kind of
DJ
DJ.
Jazzy Jeff.
MC Train. Okay. I get
MC
it.
Train. Exactly. I haven't DJ'd an event. I got offered a bar mitzvah, believe it or not, Sherry.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
believe
ever
it.
do a bar mitzvah with me? We talked about it, didn't we?
I never have, but I would in a heartbeat.
I thought maybe, didn't you do one where you came and played games with the kids or something? Or
We talked about it. I never did though.
no, I guess you never did, but we talked about it. But I don't know. I got called for one the other day, and I'm like, no, I've got $100 gig that day that I'm gonna take. Like,
I don't know, but I'll do it. I'll learn all the TikTok dances that they know, and
What is that? I keep wondering how TikTok is such a thing. I don't get it.
I know, right?
we can't even explain that one.
Isn't it just another way to China to get more information about it?
Information.
bingo.
Yeah.
Exactly. As if they don't have all the information. As if Facebook hires like only people that are going to keep everything a secret. Like they hire some, like Chinese guy, and he shows up his first day of work, and he's like, "Where do I put this thing?" In the
Exactly.
server blade. Like I saw that movie where the guy gets caught in the server blade, whatever movie.
Actually,
that was.
that's a thing. I work in the cyber military space, and China gets bagged all the time. In fact, there was an article about 2-3 years ago where China was embedding microphones in all the keyboards, and they'd
Yep.
send them in to corporations, and they're recording
Right.
whatever anyone says. And
That's
you're
right.
recording me as well. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
How about,
recording
how
off
about
your
friggin'
phone.
Microsoft? Like, don't blame the Chinese. We gave them the idea. Like, Microsoft was like,
Yeah.
they installed some boot level, like, there's a section on every hard drive that was only available before you boot, and they put the virus in there so they can hack everything in China. So we started it.
The master
Yeah.
boot drive. There you go.
There it is.
Well, and then Microsoft on their MS-DOS had put in a thing so that if you fired up any other DOS, like who was it? Novell had DOS at the same
right,
time.
Right.
If you fired up their DOS, it would die after, 20 minutes or something like that. It would just shut down the computer.
Yep. Absolutely.
They
Yeah.
got sued for that one.
Dennis is an IT guy also. We
I'm a geek. What can I say?
Craziness of
Well,
all of it.
DOS, it stands for dog shit operating system, right?
Yeah, there you
I
go.
like DOS, though. I used to program a little DOS back in the day, right? Mac.
I
Yeah.
remember DOS.
That
Yep.
file. That was fun.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Dennis?
I'm doing pretty good, actually.
You look
Good.
good.
Feeling good. I still need some more strength and stamina, but I'm getting there, slow but sure.
Good.
Well,
Doing
if
my
you're feeling
physical
it,
exercises.
We got the Blues Patrol at the pig roast, which you played with us before. So
Oh, true.
that's Saturday if you feel like getting out.
Yeah. Maybe I'll come down and see what's going on. I got to get out more,
Yeah.
but yeah, walking very far kind of does me in still.
Yeah, take your time. Take your time healing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was quite the adventure. So
It's true. Well, good to see you on JMTV. Nice to see you.
yeah, glad to be back.
Knocking on the door. Sherry, you got
saying.
another song for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Brand New Key.
No.
Yes.
One with the bird in it.
The horse. What?
One with the bird in it.
The bird.
Bird. Oh,
One flipping people off.
yeah. Sorry about that.
Oh, please.
My drummer or guitarists just do that on purpose. So
No. If I do it, it's completely an accident. But at the horseshoe gig that we did, remember my ukulele battery died, like with 3 songs left. out of a 10-song set.
Oh, that sounds like a song. Electric Ukulele.
And my battery died. And we never rehearsed Brand New Key. And then I was like, well, forget it. I don't need this. And I put it down, and I'm like, these guys could play. And Eric and Jimmy are like, what? But anyway, it worked. I rode my bicycle past your window last night. I roller skated to your door at daylight. It almost seems like you're avoiding me. I'm okay alone, but you've got something I need. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key. I think that we should get together and try them out to see. I've been looking around a while. You've got something for me. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key. I asked your mother if you were at home. She said yes, but you weren't alone. It almost seems like you're avoiding me. I'm okay alone, but you've got something I need. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key. I think that we should get together and try them out to see. I've been looking around a while. You've got something for me. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key. I roller skate, I ride my bike, don't drive no car. Don't go too fast, but I go pretty far. Or someone who don't drive, I've been all around the world. Some people say I do alright for a girl. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I asked your mother if you were at home. She said yes, but you weren't alone. Oh, it almost seems like you're avoiding me. I'm okay alone, but you've got something I need. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key. I think that we should get together and try them out to see. La 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 la. Well, I've got a brand new pair of roller skates. You've got a brand new key.
You're always protected.
Fantastic.
Very
Good
nice.
stuff.
That's fun. That's a fun.
Sherry, my wife is listening to your ukulele. She liked it.
Oh, good. Tell her thank you.
She hears you now.
Yay.
That's great. Yeah,
So-
that's really fun. So Dennis, so what have you been up to musically, if anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. I barely started playing my guitar again
Yeah.
after this last session with in the hospital. I got carpal tunnel in this hand,
Wow.
so my thumb and my fingers on the inside are numb. I can play from muscle memory, but I can't hardly feel the string. So
Oh,
Right.
no.
I don't know how hard I'm pushing. So got an appointment next Monday to go see a doctor about that. So
Yeah, I'm getting carpal from, I think, repetitive mouse work. And
yeah.
I find
yeah.
that I get pain in my right hand, and at some point
Yeah.
it cost me guitar
Yeah.
strumming ability. But we'll see.
Worst nightmare.
Yeah.
I need to be able to play keyboards.
I know.
Ugh.
You need to
So-
insure your hands, Ed.
Yeah, you
That's
do.
right.
And Sherry, you need your dexterity, right, to do
Yeah.
this?
Oh my God. I would just play this chord for
So-
you guys.
You know what you need to do? You need to get, this would be a good comic bit. At every gig that you have, come out in like a bandage and have a splint on your middle finger, right? And so you're like, I'll have to play the whole show like this, with a splint. Big metal splint with
With tape around it.
cartoon
and stuff.
characters on the tape,
And
And
no-
then apologize throughout the concert.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
You're like, I got one more song.
I
One more.
But,
That's funny.
That's
So-
funny. That's I'm nothing if I'm not a comedy writer.
That's good writing, Ed.
So you're asking about my headphones. They're Cohen E7s.
Cohen?
Cohen.
Cohen, Cowin. You can tell they're Chinese because it says comfortable protein ear pads.
I'm trying to avoid.
What
all
is
things
protein
China.
ear pads?
Protein. That's hysterical.
Protein ear pads.
It
I
is
don't know
very
what that
difficult to
means.
find things that aren't from China. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's an
They
effort.
typed. They were trying to type professional into the like Microsoft Word document for the thing, and they typed pro, and it went professional protein. That's
Protein.
Papa.
And then when
Professional teenager.
then when they die, when the battery's getting low, it says please be charging.
That's great.
I want to get a T-shirt that says that. Please
Please be charging.
That's funny.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll miss it. I'll miss it when we like make everything in America again, and like China, we don't import anything at all. Amazon will like turn South America into a manufacturing center, and then we won't use China at all. I will miss all of those like manuals from China that like.
And the new thing is now China uses Indonesia and one other country as the like the clandestine cloak to be from China, but they say from Indonesia, so you don't think it's China, and it's really from China.
Really? Really? Yeah, well, I'll miss them. I'll miss the Chinese. Of course, they're going to be our overlords. We're not getting away from that. Because the guy at Facebook, where's my little bug? I lost my little bug. It's like, oh, there it is. There's my little bug. And, the Chinese have already downloaded all of our information for everything. There's no escaping anymore. We're done.
No.
Well, China owns a lot of the U.S. debt. If they were to call it in, God help us.
Yeah. A lot of
It's
that.
really true. Oh, my God. All right, I'm going to play a video. I'm going to play... I was talking to my friend Eric Rabaska about he was going to come on the show tonight, but he's traveling. He's not even near any musical equipment. I can almost not believe it, Mr. Music. So I'm going to play his music video. Check this out. This is actually really cool that he did this video. Watch it.
Let your breath flow like water. Drink in the nourishment so balance don't falter. Walk in creation as all God's on your altar. Like rocks of Gibraltar, we stand strong yet softer. We foster upgrades, reprogram your DNA. Shine light in your airways, release you from your learned ways. We see you hardened by swordplay as we decode the haze. When lost in the maze, we help you climb towards volume of unity. Divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family. Listen, hear the wailing of the ancients. It's cellular memory emitting purity over hatred, embodying patience over billions of years. When living like a vagrant, spirits in arrears. Fear, it's what the governments are peddling. They're in your face, they're in your ears, they're misguided meddling. Settling, our love's continually spreading to all corners of the earth. Foundations are settling. Volume of unity. Divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family. Volume of unity. Divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community. Peace in our human family.
One love, one growth, as above, so below. Feel the pain in my soul, the red pill dissolved. Organized, no matter the cost. Politicians starts wars, they don't fight, they send the poor. And nothing lasts forever as long as we stay together. Give hell to the masses, watch the unity rapture. This is for the kids and the culture. It's one love, one growth, one light, light warriors.
Volume and unity, divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community, peace in our human family. Volume and unity, divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community, peace in our human family. Volume and unity, divine light shining individually, collectively transforming community, peace in our human family.
All right, we're back.
Hey,
That was
Wow,
Nice.
it's getting dark. Look at Johnny Les. It's getting darker and darker. I can hardly see it now.
turn on
I
the
know.
porch lights,
Here
get
we go.
mosquitoes.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to be wrapping up the show shortly anyway, but unless anybody wants to play another song or do something like that. No?
We're
We're
good.
all looking at those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I look forward to doing some music with you. I'll bring a synthesizer over if you're bored, Dennis. I'll come over. I'm around this weekend. I'll bring a synthesizer over and we'll play with
Oh, there
those.
we go.
And Ed, I'm going to threaten to come down to Norwalk sometime and check out one of your gigs. That'd be fun.
Let me know. Give me some advance notice and I can sort of cook up something cool and I'll let you know.
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
doing.
like what, 2 hours away? Norwalk's not that far.
It's not that bad. Yeah, I mean, I drive 2 hours to get to Newark myself. I'm in PA in Delaware Water Gap, and if anybody wants to come out to PA and hang out, you know,
I want to.
yeah, you should come out. You guys should come out and swim in the pool, Sherry. That'd be
I
great.
do want to do that. Yep. We'll just plan a weekend.
Yeah, anybody wants to come visit, just say so. I'll be your tour guide in the Poconos. We'll go to the waterfalls. We'll go to Dingman's Falls. We can go to Bushkill. We can go to the animal. They have this amazing like wildlife park out here that's very homey. And
that's
they
under
love
your
the
trailer?
animals. What's that?
Is that under your house?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. No, that's my wildlife park with my skunks, raccoons, possum, cats, and whatnot.
And a bear.
But yeah, no, but this place has like a giraffe and tigers and what else? No gorillas. A bear and jaguars. It's like a really, really cool place in the woods out here. And then there's just a lot of waterfalls and hiking and cool stuff to do out here. If anybody wants to come visit, I'm here this summer.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Sounds good.
I'll see you at the boat club this Saturday.
I will see you at the boat club. Looking forward
Yeah,
to it.
we'll try and get there.
At the
All right,
club.
you guys.
Things up.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing
See
you
you at the
all
club.
in person soon. And
I'll
that's,
play.
there you go. I'll see you
play.
all soon. Jam TV show
Just
number
saying hi.
113. I'll see you all very, very soon. And Jam TV is user supported, so if you're feeling it, there it is. Send it over, and if I have any extra money, I'll spend it on cat food for my under my house wildlife park. And with no further ado, my good friend Steve Wexler.
Steve Wexler on the team.
That was quite a show.